Welcome to part 1 of the Basic Consultant Training. In this segment, we're going to be covering steps 1, 2, and 3. So if you've got your workbook or your document out, let's get started. So the Basic Consultant Training is a 7-step system, and it's our system for success. And the one thing that we really want to put a lot of emphasis on is this system has been handed down from our executive national vice presidents, and this system works. So you want to make sure that you're continuing that duplication, because duplication isn't just something in network marketing and in your Arbonne business, it's everything. And you want to keep it consistent. So you don't want to go in and changing the system because it's already been proven to work. So the number one reason that people are successful in network marketing is because they follow a system. And the number one reason that people are unsuccessful is because they didn't follow a system. So with that, we're going to start with number 1, which is jump in right away. One of the great things about network marketing in your Arbonne business is that you do not need to know everything to get started. You get started and you can earn as you're learning. And this is a very hands-on business where you're learning by watching your upline, watching your sponsor, and they're following the same system for success. And you just want to duplicate that same thing. So the first thing is you definitely want to have urgency, have a sense of urgency in your business. That's creating a really good atmosphere, and you're also going to create momentum for your business to grow and thrive. Because if you started this business, I'm sure one of the reasons was you wanted to start to get an income coming in. So nobody really wants that to be postponed. You want to start building that team and getting that momentum. You definitely want to treat your business like a business because you will make money from it. When you treat this business like a hobby, it's going to cost you money. You definitely want to trust the system and your sponsor and your upline. Don't overthink this and try to make changes because, again, this has been proven to work. We ask you to be coachable and not chokeable. Your sponsor and upline is here to help you succeed. So I want to explain a little bit about what it means to be coachable. Being coachable means that you are committed to listening in on team calls. We're going to elaborate on when those are for you in another one of the part of the videos. It's attending our team trainings, which are once a month, and it's also attending conferences. And with that, something else I want to add with being coachable is you might feel a little out of your comfort zone at times because not everyone has a very extensive network marketing, business or history or experience. So your sponsor and your upline, we might ask you to do things that may be a little out of your comfort zone, but just trust in them because we know that these things work and they're going to help you only to grow your business and to help you succeed. Something that's extremely important when you have your business is you need to know your why. Why did you start this business? And you need to develop your vision. So you first need to know why you started, and then you also need to know where you're going with your vision in your business. And we encourage you to find the why that makes you cry, something that pulls on those heartstrings, that pulls on your heartstrings. Because if it's not something that you are emotionally attached to, then what is it going to be to get you up out of bed every single morning? And when you don't feel like doing it, what's going to be that thing that's going to make you do it anyway in those times? We encourage you, and your sponsor will work up with you on this. You want to go ahead and write down your story, your why, your vision. And a really good system for doing that is you want to start out with how you got introduced to Arbonne. Maybe what your life looked like before, and then how you got introduced to Arbonne. Then what made you decide to start your Arbonne business? What was it? How did you become a consultant? And then where do you want your business to take you? Whether it's financially, giving you more time freedom, doing certain things with your family, children, there might be big goals and dreams that you have in life, and you want to explain what those are to people. When you write it down, you want to then clock yourself, time yourself saying it out loud, and you want to get this into about 2 to 3 minutes. That's a perfect amount of time to get your point across without overdoing it. Communication is key with this business. And we encourage you in that first 90 days, you're going to have a lot of communication with your sponsor. We encourage it to be every day. Now, this doesn't have to be a phone call, hours and hours every single day. It can just be a simple text or an email, a Facebook message. It can be a phone call, just something every day to let us know what's going on in your business. Have you handed out a kit, which again, we're going to explain that a little bit more. Have you made a couple phone calls, or maybe some of the things that happen that aren't, we don't really like them. If you had someone tell you no, or something that, isn't the best, you want to communicate that with your sponsor, and we can help you work through this and give you coachable tips to help you grow your business. You also want to build your belief much bigger, much sooner. It's very normal to have, some doubts in the beginning, but we don't want that to stop or hinder you. So you need to build a belief in network marketing. You want to build a belief in Arbonne, and you want to, most importantly, build a belief in yourself. You can do this. There's going to be obstacles, there's going to be tough times, but you can do this. Ways that you can help to build your belief, there are something called EOAs, Eye on Arbonnes, which highlight different VPs, RVPs, and NVPs in this business, and it tells you their story. That'll help you build your belief, because you can see different people make this business work, and they come from all different backgrounds, genders, professions, so that will help build your belief. There's also some great books that you can read. You also can watch your sponsor and your upline, and they can also help you with building that belief. You want to make sure that you receive a document called the New Independent Consultant Checklist, and I'm going to hold it up so you can physically see what this looks like. So this is that document. We need a good look because it's very important. This checklist you should have received within 48 hours of starting your business. If you have not received that document, go ahead, pause the video, contact your sponsor, and have them send you that document. It's very important that you receive this. In that document, just to give you an idea, you are going to, on the first page, it's going to show you what documents you need for your prospecting or curiosity folders, and then there's also some other documents that you're going to need as well. Another document that you want to make sure that your sponsor sends you is the Strong Start Workbook. And this workbook can also be found on the source. And this is a workbook that your sponsor is going to be working with you in your strategy session. So right into that, let's talk about your strategy sessions. You're going to have 2 strategy sessions. Say that 5 times fast. Session 1 should happen within about 48 hours of starting your business. And during that strategy session, your sponsor is going to elaborate on the workbook with you. There are certain documents and activities you guys are going to do together in that workbook. And something else you want to know about this workbook is it's a 90-day program, so you're going to continuously be doing this with your sponsor over 90 days. But in that strategy session, they're going to help you develop your why, your vision. You can work through those. So you're going to have that first strategy session. Your second one, it's going to be about 3 to 5 days of starting your business, and this is where your sponsor is going to help you with getting your kits together. You should have at this point already scheduled your launches, your dream team meetings, and those are going to be about 2 to 4 events that you have. So 2 strategy sessions are very imperative and vital. One thing I want to point out to you, if you are a new consultant, you should not be discussing this business or talking to anybody about this business until session 1 has already been completed. So this is another reason we encourage that to get done within 1 to 2 days, because we want you to start sharing your business and talking to people, but you really shouldn't be doing that until session 1 has already occurred. I'm going to back up a little bit. I know I might have just went a little out of order. So let's talk about branding yourself and your business. So your business, you don't have an actual building where people can come to, like a brick and mortar business, right? Or a big logo that people think about. So you need to create that. When people think about you, you want them to think Ariana, Arbonne business. Ariana, successful female entrepreneur. Ariana, dream builder, helps people. You want to create that brand and also tying that in with your vision. Ways that you can do that is remembering that your face is your brand. You want your face to be on your business cards, on social media. You want it to be just you. You don't really want to have, your kids or your dog or your cat or your husband. It should be just you, and you want to keep a consistent picture running throughout, so it's that same thing. You also want to be very aware of your clothing and what you're wearing. You are representing your brand. So if you go in jeans and a t-shirt, it's just going to say that you know, are pretty relaxed about your business, and, you know, it's just maybe something on the side, and that's okay if that's the kind of business that you want to build. But if you want to grow a multi-million-dollar international global business, I would recommend that you dress for success. Again, building that brand and building that reputation for yourself. You also want to, on your voicemail and email signature, your voicemail should sound something like this. Hi, this is Ariana Chedji, independent consultant and executive area manager with Arbonne International. I'm so sorry that I missed your call, but please leave me a detailed message and I will return it at my earliest convenience. Have a great day. Make it a great day. So as soon as they hear your name, they'll hear your title and your business. And again, branding. On your emails, go ahead and put your name, independent consultant, put your website on there. Again, all about branding yourself. You also, let's talk about Arbonizing yourself for a second. You definitely need to be a product of the product. And there's a couple reasons why you want to do that. We are a walking testimonial, and it helps you learn about the products. We do have a large amount of products with Arbonne, which is great for our business. But if someone were to ask you about, you know, the protein shake, and you're not drinking the protein shake, or you've never at least tried it, it's not going to reflect very well on your business, because if you're not using it, why should your clients be using it? Or at least you can't give that one-on-one. Or let's say, ladies, you're wearing a certain makeup brand and someone says, oh my goodness, I love that lipstick color. Which one of Arbonne is it? And you're like, oh no, it's not Arbonne. You can't say it. Like, I'm not going to name another brand, but if you're wearing another brand, right, how awful would you feel if that is not the color that you're wearing and you can't represent your business? When you also are using other products, you are literally taking money from your business, you're putting it into somebody else's pocket, and you're taking away from the growth of your business, and you really are taking a lot of money out of your pocket. So be a product of the product. Something you want to be aware of with your business and growing is, as a consultant, in order to maintain your consultant status, you need at least 1,200 personal qualifying volume, PQV, in an entire year. So if you started your business in, let's say, July, then July of the following year, in that entire span, you need at least 1,200. In part 2, which Jessica's going to go over with you, you'll see that if you're building a business in your first order, this gets accomplished within your first month, but you do need to be aware of that. So you want to be consistently placing your orders and using our products. You also want to make sure that you are putting your website address. You should have your own personalized website address. You want to have that on your labels. You want to have that on your catalogs, on your website, social media. Have that all over the place. When you log into your account, you're going to have your own password. The only people that should have that password is you and your sponsor. Your sponsor only needs that within that first 90 days in case they need to work with you on something, log in and looking at it as you. After that, you can change it, but those are the only two people that need your password. After that point, nobody else needs it. It's just you. You're also going to receive a consultant ID number. The only time you're going to need that is when you are contacting 1-800-ARBONNE if you have a question. So you can save that in your phone. So with that, that is number 1, jump in right away. If you missed some blanks, you can go ahead and pause right now, go back, rewatch it again, and we're going to start with part 2.
Hi, welcome to step 2. This is getting started right and strong. So the first thing that you want to do when you start out as a new consultant is you want to get into district manager qualification right away with a minimum of 1,000 PQV, and that stands for personal qualifying volume. So you want to become a district manager within 1 to 3 months of starting your business. And the reason you want to do this is because you get a lot of benefits out of it. The first thing is that you get a pay raise. We all love a pay raise. You also get paid on your entire success line. So once you start building a team, you start earning a percentage from their efforts. You also get paid on yourself. So Arbonne gives you back 8% in your commission statement for whatever products that you buy for yourself or your family, even your business. And you can also earn bonuses. You can earn cash bonuses at every level. It starts with $200 when you're a district manager, and you can also earn product vouchers, which you can purchase more products for yourself and your business. So I'm going to talk to you about a strategic business builder order. This is about a $2,500 investment. Okay, this is basically the foundation of building your business. I want to kind of give you an example. When you build a house, a home, you have to start with a strong foundation. Okay, and then you can continue to build the rest of the house. If you do not have a strong foundation in your home, your house is going to fall down. And it is the same thing with your business. If you do not start with a strong foundation, which is having the products that you need to share with others, okay, then it's going to be a lot harder to get your business off the ground. Our goal is to have you work smarter, not harder. And that's why we encourage you to do a $2,500 building block when you start to get your products. Not only that, this puts you halfway into becoming a district manager. It's very strategic because that $2,500 business builder actually gives you right around $3,000 personal qualifying volume. Okay, so I'm going to do an illustration for you in a diagram, and you're going to see on your paper you have some circles in your fill-in. So what I want you to do is I want you to you're going to fill this along with me. Okay, so you should have your diagram in front of you. I just want to reiterate that this $2,500 building block fills your store. It allows you to have skincare, makeup, nutrition, okay, something for everyone, because we are a company that literally has something for every gender, something for every age group, and you want to have these products because it's not really just about what you use. You're going to meet all sorts of different people every single day, and you're going to want to have something for that person and their family. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fill in this diagram. I want you, in the very top circle, I want you to write the word me, and then you're going to put $2,500, okay, in this block, and I'm going to show it to you, and that is going to put you into DM Qual. So this is what it looks like, okay, me, $2,500, DM Qual. Now remember, that $2,500 actually gives you around $3,000 PQV, personal qualifying volume. Okay, so your goal is not to go out there and find, 100 people. That would be very overwhelming for anybody. Your goal is to go out and find 4 aces, 4 people who want to build this business just like you. Okay, so you're going to find your first person. Let's say this person is someone who is going to come to your dream team meeting. Okay, so this is person number 1, and they're also going to do a full business builder of $2,500. Okay, so you're going to fill that in right here. What this does for you is this actually makes you a new district manager. You can write DM in that circle, okay, because you are now approximately have about $6,000 personal qualifying volume. Okay, so congratulations. Just from your order and one other person, you are now a district manager, and you get all those benefits that I just talked about. Now, that new consultant is going to be going off, and they're looking for their 4 people. Okay, so you can put the 4 people over here. Okay, there you go. Okay, now you have just had your second person sign on to your business with a $2,500 business builder. Okay, and this is going to give you approximately around $10,000 or more PQV, because remember, not only is it the business builder, we're sharing out our products, okay, with others, so we're also getting orders, and this now makes you in qualification for area manager, okay, and we call that AM Qual. Okay, so this is what your diagram should look like right now. Okay, and this person might have come from one of your launches. So you have someone from your dream team, you have someone from your launch, and they are now going out and they are now doing their dream teams and their launches, and they're looking for their 4 people. Okay, their 4 aces. There we go. Now you just happened to be out and about one day, and you were shopping and you met someone really incredible and they just have this amazing personality, and you said, I don't know that much about you, but I think you would be incredible in my business. Would you like to sit down with me for a cup of coffee or a little bit, or maybe come to a presentation that I know is happening with my team and come hear about what I do? It may or may not be a fit for you. And you know what? They came. And from that, they decided that they wanted to build this business as well. And they did a full business builder. So all your team is really, really prepared to have a fantastic business. Now, when they do this, now you are either a new area manager, which means you can now will your business to your friend, to your family, or whoever you choose, or depending on your first two builders, if they're going out and they're finding their 4 people rather quickly and they're doing strong business builders, you could also be in qualification for regional vice president. So that would be RVP qual, regional vice president qualification. Okay, so this is like fantastic, and it's not taking that much. And your third business builder is now off and looking for their 4. Okay, so here you are, just depending on where you are, okay, you're looking good. Your business is really strong, and you're making a really good commission statement at this point. Okay. Okay. Then number 4. This is someone who didn't want to do your business possibly in the beginning when you shared it with them, but you know what? They were watching. They just wanted to kind of see what it looked like, and they see your success. So now they have decided to start a business with you, and they go in with a $2,500 business builder, and this puts you definitely into regional vice president qualification, or you are now a regional vice president. Okay, and number 4 is also off looking for their 4. They're doing their business builder, their dream team meetings, their launches, they're handing out their kits, they're having their one-on-ones, and it looks like this, all filled out. Okay, so this is what you want. You want to be a district manager making machine. Okay, and you want to teach your teams the same thing because you want to duplicate. Remember, duplication is everything in this business. And you want to build width and depth. Now let me tell you the difference between the two. When you build your width, this is all the directs that you have directly to you on your team. Okay, for example, Ariana, who just did step 1 with you, she's my direct. Okay, but you really want to consider also not only building in your own backyard locally, you want to also build out of state and internationally. This is how you're going to have a strong global business. Then you also want to build your depth. Now your depth is how far your success line goes. So that means anybody that is direct to Ariana, who you just saw, is considered part of my depth. Okay, now we're going to talk about how we welcome new consultants to the team. This is such an important part of what we do because we want to start off right away making them feel welcome, part of a team, and keep you and keep your new consultants excited. So the way that we do this is we add you to a private Facebook page that is part of our nation. It's called the Gasparri Nation Facebook page, and we post it. And what we do is if the person is not in qualification for district manager, which means they have not reached $1,000 personal qualifying volume, we send out a simple welcome to everyone, and everyone kind of gets on there and welcomes you, makes you feel really special. Because what we do is when you are in qualification for district manager, we do what we kind of like a blast. We really kind of make it like a big deal, real special, because honestly, we know now that you're taking your business seriously, you're starting to have the tools that you need to grow your business, and we want to really shout it out to everybody. Okay, so I want to let you know this important fact. It is actually was stated by Executive National Vice President Donna Johnson. She said, when the business builder kit is on the way, It is the most vulnerable time for a new independent consultant. So when those 3 to 5 days are happening, when somebody first says yes, before they get their products and all, their business aids in the mail, it is so important that you are staying in touch with this new person and you are doing your strategy sessions that Ariana referred to in step 1. Okay, you're keeping them excited, okay, and you're just sending a little bit each day. Remember, we don't want to overwhelm you or the new consultant. We want to kind of take it in bite-sized pieces so that you can be very successful with this. Okay, that is the end of step 2, I should say. We are now going to start step 3. And step 3 is called launching your business. Okay? Everyone deserves this business. It is a gift that you need to give to them. Okay? But you let them decide when to open it. What that really means is that we don't decide for other people whether or not this business is right for them. We don't decide whether they have enough money. We don't decide whether they have enough time. We don't decide whether or not this type of business is for them. We just offer it to them, and then if they decide to find out more, or if it's their time in their life, then let them open it, because you really don't know what's going on behind someone's closed door and what's going on in their life, and they really could use this, and if you didn't ask, and I'm going to be very honest, someone else will. Okay? So let's start. Ariana had mentioned this, but I'm going to say it again because it's that important. Please do not talk about your business with anyone, okay, other than if you have a spouse or someone like that who needed to be on the decision-making process of starting your business. Please do not talk about it with them until at least you completed your first strategy session, okay? If not your second, because you really don't know enough of what to say, especially when they come in and they ask you certain questions. You want to be prepared on how to answer those questions, because it could be someone who could be an ace for you, and if you don't have that interaction the right way, that person who might have joined your business might not, because you spoke too soon. Okay, so what's going to happen when you're launching your business is you're going to first start off with at least 1 to 2 dream team meetings. Now, a dream team meeting basically are the people who we consider your golden people. These are the people who are very special to you in your life. They know your successes, they know your failures, they love you anyway. They are just people who you want to be with. You know that they could really maybe possibly use the money. You enjoy traveling with them. They're the closest people to you. And we're going to start off with that group of people in your life. It's a little bit more intimate, okay? And then we're going to do that within about 2 to 5 days of starting your business. Then you're going to have your launches, okay? We have about anywhere from 2 to 3 launches. It just depends on how long it takes to get it in front of all of your people, okay? Just depending on their schedules. And at a launch, you're going to invite everybody else, and you're going to also ask them to bring a guest with them. The more people that hear about your business, the more successful you will be right off the bat. Okay, now, also with this, I want you to know what you're looking for at your dream team and your launches. You are looking for those 4 aces that we just talked about. So that means you are looking for your team. But not everybody is going to start this business right away. So we are also looking for clients or preferred clients. We're looking for people to host little product presentations for you. We're looking for people to give you referrals, okay? So we're looking for support in all different ways. Everybody's support can come in a different way. So it just depends on what is right for that person at that time. So you're looking for people, though, who are driven, who are successful, who are happy and positive. You're looking for people who are hard workers or who like to help other people. Because I'm going to be very honest with you. You can teach someone the skill set. That's easy. You can't teach someone to be a happy, positive person naturally. Okay? So that's really what you're looking for when you are asking someone to take a look at your business. So that's what you want to focus on. Now, in order to do this and for these dream teams and these launches to be successful, there has to be some work prior that goes into it to getting them there. And the way that we do this is we start by helping you make your 100-person list. Your sponsor is going to do this with you. You're going to find this list in the Strong Start workbook that Ariana spoke about in step 1. Okay, so the best way to invite people is in person, but that's not always feasible. So then we're going to make 3-way calls. This is a critical step in your business. Okay, the 3-way calls are made with you, the new consultant, your sponsor, and the guest that you are inviting. And the reason we do this is because, one, it lets people know that you're taking your business seriously by having someone else that's experienced on the phone with you. It's also letting them know that someone is there to answer any questions that they might have, okay? And that happens because you just don't know enough yet to be able to do that, okay? I have never had, not once, someone say that they were not comfortable with me being on the phone when we're making these 3-way calls. And we are very respectful when we do it. The first thing we do is we ask them, is this a good time? Okay, if it's not a good time, we don't go any further because we want to respect that they might be in the middle of something. And then when it's time for the sponsor to come in and talk, we ask if it's okay. We ask for permission to be on the phone. If it's not okay, then we would we would hang up and we would let you, the new consultant, speak with the person you're inviting. Once again, have never had that happen. And then we just very quickly let them know 2 dates that we're going to invite them to hear about your new business. And basically what we're doing is we are informing them about your business, what you're doing, so we break it into about 50% business, 50% product, because let's face it, not everyone's going to join the business right away, and you also need to have clients and preferred clients to have a very stable business. Okay, another way is, as a reminder tool, is to send them like an email or like an invitation. We're going to help you create an Evite through our Hostess program on arbonne.com. We're going to do this with you, and that is going to serve as a reminder of when it is. Now, this is the thing. Let's say you're talking to someone who lives completely out of state and they can't physically come. No problem. Technology is amazing these days. We are going to teach you how to do a webinar, which will allow you to see and hear each other. It will allow you to pull up your screen on your computer and show a PowerPoint presentation. It will allow you to even access the internet to pull up a little quick video that talks about the culture of Arbonne. And so when you're doing this, your sponsor is doing this first, and you're watching and you're learning. But we'll teach you how to do the same thing. So when you're making that 100-person list, please put down every single person you know, no matter where they live or what country that they are in. Okay. To prepare for your event, you want to dress for success. Ariane, I believe, mentioned this, but again, you know, we only have one time to make a first impression, right? So you definitely want to dress in a way that says that this is a business. It doesn't have to be so formal as a business suit, but you want to at least not be in jeans or sweats. At your dream team or launches that are going to take place in person, you want to have very simple food. You want to make this look like it's not a lot of work, because honestly it is not. Our system needs to be kept simple. You want to just have some water, and you can have some tea. If you want to have wine, you're welcome to do that, and just maybe a fruit or vegetable tray. And that is it, because it's really not about food. It's about the business and the products that we are sharing with them. And then you want to have your products displayed. You're going to want to have your kit bags. Okay, and I'm going to show you what one looks like. There are 3 different kinds. This one happens to be a new nutrition bag that we have. So if you are meeting with someone and they're very interested in nutrition, but they also are interested in other products, you can put the nutrition in here, and then you can put any skincare or body or hair care products when you're giving someone a kit. And a kit, this is our employee. It goes to work for you. It only takes about 5 minutes to give to someone. They get this kit for 3 days, and then you arrange a pickup time. And again, it only takes maybe about 5 or 10 minutes to pick it up. And what I always say to someone when I'm giving them a kit is I remind them that every time they're using our Arbonne's products, there is a multi-million-dollar business attached to these products. I want to plant the seed of the business because we always lead with the business because we don't know where someone is at in their life. But we also have gold bags, which are for our RE9 kits, and then we have blue bags, which are for pretty much everything else, like our FC5 and our C-Source and other things like that. Okay, so some other things at your event that you're going to want to have, which your sponsor will go over all of this with you, okay, in strategy sessions again, is that you're going to want to have your catalogs, you're going to want to have pens, an order form that has a wish list on it, and you're going to want to have just your, what we call, this is a business folder. You might hear the word prospecting folder, you might hear the word curiosity folder, but it is a business folder, and you want to have these ready. You want it for your guests, okay? And then Ariana had showed you on part 1 the new independent checklist. On the very front of that talks about exactly what you need to have inside your business folder, okay? And what it should look like. Now, this folder is from Arbonne. You can order it under business aids from the website, or you can go to any office store and get a shiny white, shiny green folder. You can put on an Arbonne logo sticker, which you can also find in business aids, or you can create them yourself. You can use Vistaprint or some other website that you like. And then on the inside is very specifically, you're going to have things. You want to have your business card. I like to use a sticker business card because I think that's really cool and it works well. And you want to have these ready to go for your dream team meetings and your launches. That is extremely important. You also want to always carry 1 or 2 with you because honestly, you just don't know who you're going to meet when you're out and about. You could be at a restaurant and meet someone and they're all about the business. That is a great time to share that with them and get their information. Okay, so at your event, I'm just going to go over very quickly what's going to happen. Again, you will go over this with your sponsor a little bit more in detail. But you, the new consultant, you're going to open with your excitement and your purpose. We just want you to be excited. That's all you need to do, and your sponsor is going to do the rest. You're going to thank your guests for coming. We always show gratitude all the time in our business. And then you're going to tell them your why. Now, your why is just about 2 to 3 minutes long, and it includes your vision. It includes maybe a goal that you're trying to achieve. You're going to let your guests know why you invited them, and you're going to do a very simple introduction of your sponsor, like how you met, and then you're going to turn it over to your sponsor, and your sponsor is going to do the presentation for you. Now, your role at that time is to be taking notes. Jot down any key nuggets that you hear that you want to include that when you're doing the presentation. That's very important. And remember, we're doing about 50% business, 50% product because we want to appeal to the whole entire audience sitting in front of us. Okay? The goal would be after doing the Dream Team meetings and the 2 launches that you and your sponsor do your 3rd and possibly 4th launch together where you're sharing the information. You're taking a slide, they're taking a slide, and start getting you used to doing the presentation on your own. And then you're going to, then the presentation is going to close. And I want to just reiterate some things that need to happen when you're wrapping up any kind of presentation. It doesn't matter if it's for the business, it's for the products. You're going to make recommendations. You're going to use a closing sheet for them, okay? And you want to say something like this. The reality is that, you know, we are looking to build the new independent consultant, to name, team. If you're interested in learning more, please see new independent consultant. For a folder with more information, okay, we are the #1 growing team in all of Arbonne. We would love for you to be a part of this team. And that's it. So it's not pushy in any way. We let them know that if this is something they're interested in, just to see the new independent consultant. And then you're going to follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. I'm going to say that again. The fortune is in the follow-up. We are going to do a separate video on follow-up, but this is a huge part of your business. You're going to thank all the guests that came to your event. So you can either do a written thank you, you can give them a call the next day. If they were interested in the business and they took home a business folder, you can set up maybe a one-on-one for more information, or who knows, maybe they're ready to go and you're going to get their business started and you're going to let your sponsor know and they're going to help you get your first person on your team going. Also, anyone who is interested in hosting a product event for you, you can set up that date with them if you didn't do it that night before. You will have coaching on what we call host coaching, which is what happens before, during, and after a product presentation. So I hope that this was very helpful for you. We are now going to wrap up part 1, and we are going to be back with part 2.
Hi, this is part 2 of the Basic Consultant Training, and we're going to begin with step 4. Step 4 is about activity, and activity is one of my favorite things because this is the lifeline. This is what keeps our business growing and expanding. So with activity, there is a really great system, and you'll see it right underneath that first underlined part. Schedule, sponsor, sell, repeat. Schedule, sponsor, sell, repeat. The system is very simple, but these are the 3 things that we do as independent consultants throughout your Arbonne career. So activity cures everything. If you are ready to take your business to the next level by going into qualification, promoting, bonusing, then activity, increasing that activity, is what's going to do that. And one of the really great things about activity or building my business, and I'm going to talk about the different kinds of activity that we do, but to me, it's so fun. I don't look at it like work. So when I'm meeting with someone one-on-one or doing a presentation or whatever it is, I'm having fun doing it, so it never feels like work. So adding a little bit more to my plate is always really exciting for me. So you need to know that we are responsible for our own results. This is your business. This is your promotion, your qualification. So if you want that, then you need to stay in activity to see the results. You don't want to just depend on your team or expect your team to be the one doing the work for you. That's not what this is about. You need to show up big, and you want to walk the walk, talk the talk, do the do, because then your team will also match that for you, but it starts with you, and you're responsible for those results. So there are 2 different types of activity. They are both equally important and vital for the success of your business, but it's very important to know the separation between the 2 of them and also know the best times of when to do these types of activities. The first is IPA, which is income producing activity, and the other is NIPA, which is non-income producing activity. Income producing activity, IPA, these are different types of activity that are going to generate income, put volume into your account, which then in turn helps you promote, qualify, etc. Ways that you can do this are having one-on-ones with someone. You can meet with someone to discuss the products, discuss the business, but a one-on-one conversation that can also happen. It doesn't have to be, physically face-to-face. You can build this business through the internet. We have FaceTime, Zoom, Google Hangout, Skype. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that. So don't just think you have to be with someone like in the flesh. We also do Discover Arbonne. So you might also hear this being called a DA. We do Dream Team when you first start, your launches. We do product events or presentations. You can hand out your kits. You're placing orders. This is all different types of income producing activity that's going to generate that volume into your account. And we recommend you do this between the hours of 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. So that's going to be your time frame of when you want to do your income producing activity. Focus on that during that time. The next type is NIPA, that non-income producing activity. Just as important and vital for the success of your business, but you want to be doing this not in that 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. time because you're taking it away from from that income producing time. Non-income producing activity are things like answering emails, doing your follow-up with your clients, which actually can also in turn into generating income. But yeah, so doing your follow-up through emails and things like that. Monthly training and rec, conferences, business material prep, personal growth, all of those are non-income producing activities. Something I want to stress about attending conferences and attending your monthly training and recognition meeting. I don't know any vice president or someone successful in their business that's driving a white Mercedes that just doesn't consistently attend their trainings or attend all of these conferences. Your leaders, the ones who are successful, they never miss a meeting, they never miss a conference, they never miss a training call because they're committed to the success of your business. And I say this with love, but it's very important for you to know that if you do not attend and consistently commit to attending these trainings every month and your conferences when they happen, your business is not going to survive long term. I'm going to say it again because I want you to know how important it is to commit to this. If you do not attend your monthly training and recognition meetings, or from Arbonne, those conferences that they put on twice a year, your business is not going to survive long term. So go ahead and commit to yourself and know that you're going to be attending these, and I will give you the dates and times and specifics in just a little bit, but commit to them and your business will thrive from you doing that. With our IPA system, or income producing system, we have a great recipe for success, and it is called the 222 system. Now, this system you can also increase. It's not limiting you to just 2, but this is where you want to start and consistently build your business on this system. You want to hand out 2 kits a week, a minimum of 2 events a week, and 2 business conversation one-on-ones a week. So that is a total of 6 types of income producing activity, which is about the equivalent of 10 hours a week. So this is like almost less than a part-time job, right? So everyone, you can definitely find those 10 hours to put into your business. So you know the events, this you have a little bit of versatility with. You can do a product event where you have someone who becomes a host, they invite some friends and family, and you gear it around either a general product event or maybe a specific type like makeup, skincare, nutrition, anything you want. Events can also count as business presentations or launches, DAs, those Discover Arbonne presentations, but a minimum of 2 a week. Something you want to know and just have on your calendar, you personally want to have your own Discover Arbonne once a month. You personally want to have that, so add that in there to that 222 system. But as you can see, you can increase this to a 4x4x4, which is the equivalent of 20 hours a week. Or if you are just like blinders up, laser beam focus on achieving your goals and you want to get there fast, go ahead and put in that 888 system. So that's the equivalent to about 40 hours a week. And if you're wondering, how do I do 8 of these things in a week? There's only 7 days in a week. You pack them on, multiple things in a day. So it has been done if you want it bad enough. Calendar is king. It is so vital to be organized and have a calendar. Setting certain business hours for yourself is keeping you organized, but it's also being committed to growing your business. With your calendar, when you open up your calendar, if you don't have anything going on that week when you look at it, then you're not really open for business, right? So there's a couple of different techniques that you can use to keeping yourself organized, but also being able to look at it and see where you need to increase activity on your calendar. I would recommend doing 2 types of calendars. One that you physically write in, because anything that you physically write, you are 70% more likely to commit and for that to get done. So even though I consider myself really techie and I like to use my technology, I still make sure I write down my activity because I remember it and I commit to it. You also want to put it into your technology, so maybe a tablet, iPhone, whatever, a calendar that you have on your phone, or a tablet or an iPad, just in case, let's say, you do lose your notebook, you still have it there, but again, keeping yourself organized and you see where you're at. When you're putting this on your calendar, let's say the one that you're physically writing in, a color coding system is a really great way to be able to look at your week or your month and see what types of activity you have and where you need to increase it. You can organize it by, let's say, one-on-ones, you write in pink. Your trainings, like training and rec, different conferences, those you're going to write in green. When you're handing out a kit handoff, or you can write it in blue. Come up with your own colors, but by doing that and having a color system, when you look at your week, if you see a lot of green and you don't see enough pink or blue, then there's no income, there's no volume that's being generated into your business. So that means, okay, I need to make something happen. I need to put some activity on my calendar. But if you open it up and you see lots of pink and lots of blue, then you know that your business is in momentum, it's growing, and you have that activity coming in. So good for you, and just be able to, consistently do that. It's so important to also mark on there your non-negotiable dates. So there's another abbreviation for this. We do NND for this. It's important to have a life outside of Arbonne, right? You're doing your Arbonne business so that you can create a better life for yourself. So be organized and know dates. Like if you have, let's say, children and they have a sporting event or just a big life event in there, or maybe you and your husband need to have a one night a week, a date night, whatever it may be, go ahead and mark those non-negotiable dates on your calendar, and then you work your business around those non-negotiable dates for yourself. Very important to have, because again, you need to create a life and have a life, so do that. Now, you're also going to see something called the Power Hour. A lot of people who start a business, you might be one of them, you have a full-time job outside of Arbonne, or you have a very busy family life. Most people who start a business don't just have ample amount of time where they don't have a life outside of this business. Most people have to find the time. So you can always find 1 hour in your day to devote to growing your business and doing this activity. And this is a great way to do that follow-up and make sure your business is staying in activity. So the Power Hour. In this Power Hour, you are going to break up that hour into 4 15-minute quadrants or sessions, however you want, to think of it as. The first 15 minutes, you are going, and it's really good to have folders or be organized and know, where you're at. The first folder is going to be about new asks. Okay, so these are going to be people you're contacting to become new clients, new preferred clients, setting up those appointments so that they can try a kit, try products, right? Those are new people, they're not already your consultants. Spend 15 minutes on the phone, inviting, talking, setting up those appointments. Your second 15 minutes, you're going to go with your existing clients. You can see, new color, all marked. This is going to be your existing clients, your existing preferred clients. You're going to be doing that follow-up with them, making sure their products arrived, that they're loving their products. Do they want to host an event, maybe get some more products? Existing clients and preferred clients, making that contact. In the third 15 minutes, you are going to do your hostess coaching. So for those maybe clients or soon-to-be clients, people that are going to be hosting an event for you, spend 15 minutes with them, contacting them, seeing what their list looks like, just organizing, doing that coaching with them. And in the last section that you're going to do, in the red, this is going to be set aside for either your existing consultants or people that you want to become consultants. This is your consultant block of time. So anyone who maybe you've had a business conversation with already, you're going to do that follow-up with them. Again, just to make sure that do they have any other questions? What other, business materials, what do they need to help them get to a yes to start their business? And then you want to keep in contact with your existing consultants, existing team members, especially those who are focused and committed on getting into qualification for the next level or promoting. You want to be in constant contact with them. So you have that hour of time blocked out to be able to grow your business and do your follow-up. So as Jessica said, there is going to be a separate training video on the whole follow-up system where you get some more specifics, but I want to explain to you what the general concept is about the follow-up. We use a great follow-up system called the 3-3-3. And this is breaking it down into days, weeks, and months. So after your new client or preferred client has placed their order, you want to contact them 3 days after you do that. At this point, their order should have already shipped. Make sure that they receive that email where we can check the tracking on it. And I check the tracking myself, and I'll let them know I've already gone ahead and looked at the tracking, and your package should be arriving to you, in 2 days from now on Thursday, whatever it is. So that's 3 days after that order was placed. 3 weeks after that phone call, you are going to follow with them. How have you been enjoying your products? Everything still working out for you? I'm going to pause. There we go. Got a little blurry. So 3 weeks after you made that first phone call, you're going to call them back, checking in on them, seeing how they're enjoying their products, the results that they're getting. If their order was nutrition, at that 3-week phone call, you're going to ask for a reorder because our nutrition products are done in the 30-day supply. So at that 3-week mark, it's the perfect time to reorder. That way they have their new supply before they run out. And then 3 months after the original order was placed, you're going to do your next follow-up conversation with them. And again, let's say they had skincare, whatever their products were, we're asking for reorders. How have they seen the results in their skin or in their body over that 3 months? And at this point, because they've been using those products, you can ask them to host an event for you if they hadn't already. Also, if this person was a preferred client, if they had rewards on their account, you can follow up with them about their rewards and getting another order placed. So as I said, there will be a separate video on a whole follow-up system, but now you understand the general concept of doing your follow-up, and the fortune is in the follow-up. All right, so let's move on to step number 5, and this is about plugging in. And I said this already, and I'm going to say it again. It's not a coincidence that all VPs never miss a training. So we're going to reiterate again, plugging in is very vital to your business. It's so important for it to thrive and succeed long term. Trainings, meetings, conferences, car celebrations, mixers, etc. All of these, think of them as fuel to keep yourself and your business going. So let's use an analogy or alliteration right here. So you have a brand new car. You get it from the car lot. They give you a full tank of gas. You're so excited. You got your new car. You're looking so good. You're driving down the road and you're driving to all your friends and you're going. Everyone sees your new car and you're going, and then you run out of gas because that's what happens with your car. If you don't go and fill up that car with fuel, your car is not going anywhere. It's staying there and no one's going to see you. You're not going to go anywhere. Can't go, buy new things or go on vacation. It's dead. It stops. Same thing with your business. You first start with your business. You're excited. You're talking to everyone. You're growing your business. You have that fuel. But then over time, it runs out. These meetings, these training, plugging in, that is your constant fuel to keep your business going and in motion so that it doesn't just stop and die. Let's talk about our monthly training and recognition meeting. We do this once a month, and it is the first Thursday of every month, and we do it at the same location. It is at the Holiday Inn in Cumming, Georgia, and this is off of Highway 20. You can Google map it, and on there, if you are an out-of-state consultant, depending on the state that you're in, we may have a sideline team that you can plug into their meetings, or you also have the option of Google Hangouting, FaceTiming, Skyping into our meeting. But in order to be able to do that, you need to live at least 2.5 to 3 hours away from our hub, our home location here. So again, first Thursday of the month, our meetings before our training meeting, we always do a Discover Arbonne presentation. This is an opportunity for you to bring guests to hear about our business and to see what we are as a team and our interaction and how much fun that we have. We have a meet and greet from 7 p.m. to 7:15, and we start the Discover Arbonne presentation at 7:15 sharp. Whether who's there or not 7:15, we are starting. And then that training or that Discover Arbonne usually lasts about 30 minutes. And then we have about a 5 to 10 minute break. and for people to, go to the bathroom, get a drink, whatever they need to do. If the guests don't intend on staying, then you have the opportunity to give them a prospecting folder, curiosity folder, whatever you want to call them, and do a little bit of follow-up and setting up the next appointment with them to do that follow-up. At 8 p.m. sharp, we begin our consultant training and recognition. I love training and rec. I look forward to it every single month. This is where you as a consultant, you're going to be recognized for the achievements that you had in your previous month. So if you went into qualification, if you hit your bonus, if you promoted to the next level, you're going to be recognized for that accomplishment. You're going to be gifted, and it's great for your guests to stay because they get to see what that accomplishment looks like. And then we begin into our training, and you're going to get motivation, inspiration, and tools that you can use to apply to your business immediately to help it grow. So I'm hoping you can just get a little taste of how important this is to attend every single month. And something else I would tell you to consider, if you tell your team to attend training and recognition meeting, but you don't attend yourself, what makes you think that they're going to attend? They're going to follow the leader. So if you're there, they will be there too. We also have every single Sunday, we have a multi-nation, so there's a lot of different national and executive national vice presidents who do a training call, and this stems from our executive national vice president Sheila Green. She's like your great grandmother, if you think about it, in Arbonne, right? Big mama bear, not like physically, just like Arbonne, world, right? So every Sunday night we have all these national vice presidents, and they do different trainings on, again, how to grow your business. And you just dial the number, you call in, they last 20 to 30 minutes. You can listen in your PJs, in bed, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to encourage you to dial in 5 minutes before the call starts. So calls start at 9 p.m. sharp. Go ahead and start dialing in, 8:55, because the calls do max out at a certain number, and usually if you call after 9 o'clock, you may not be guaranteed a spot on that training call. So again, 8:55, 8:57 to ensure your spot. The phone number is the same every single week, so go ahead and put this number, you'll have it on your sheet, save it in your phone, put it in your favorites. That number is 712-432-0900. The access code is the same every single week, that 959447#. Save it, you have it, listen to it every single week. This call is recorded, so if you loved it and you want to go back and listen to it again, or if maybe you had an event or something that was not allowing you to be on that phone call, then you can go back and listen to it. You have a week. So the recording will be available on the next day, on Monday morning. So actually it's less than a week. You have Monday morning until Sunday before that new call becomes recorded to listen to it. Just a word of advice. Watching a show on TV, like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, whatever those shows are that come on Sunday nights, Real Housewives, that is not a reason to not be on the live phone call. I would encourage you to record that show and watch it later after, because there is such a difference when you're on that call live and you hear those chimes coming in and you can announce yourself. They always say that you can announce yourself, saying your name, being present. You're showing up big to do that. So plugging in, very important. We also do a team mixer. We do these 3 times a year, and this is a fantastic event that we put on. We do it at the hotel, and we set up all these different tables or different stations of the different product lines. There are, nutrition table, makeup table, business table. If it's the holiday time, we have a holiday table. We have every single product line, every table, consultants there. Great opportunity. This is for you to bring guests to. They can try a product maybe they haven't tried before. We do a Discover Arbonne presentation. They can hear about the business. So it's like everything, a mix of all of Arbonne in one night, and all of us come together as a team. We do these 3 times a year. We do this in May, September, and December. Those dates, you'll have ample amount of time to know. You'll at least a month before, you'll know when that mixer is, if not 2 months before, of when that mixer will be, so that you can start inviting your guests and planning ahead for those. GTC, now we're going to get into those conferences. GTC, our global training conference. So you know how I just said that training and rec is put on every single month by your leaders, your VPs? Global Training Conference, GTC, that's like the one big training and rec, one meeting that Arbonne, like headquarters, puts on. So you definitely don't want to miss that. It's a game changer for a lot of people in their business when they can really see what this business is possible, what's possible with this business and where it can take you. It is usually in April time. One year, I know we had it in May, but just plan around that April time and you'll get those dates from your sponsor specifically so you can start making travel arrangements, work arrangements, children, child arrangements. And it's in Las Vegas. We have so much fun. We learn a lot and it is just a fantastic event. I can't say enough about it, but you need to be there if you're serious about building your business, and it should be non-negotiable for you. Registration, you can do early registration. It happens in October time, but you can register up until that time of the event. And we also have, Arbonne puts on their Impact Training Tours, their ITT. These are one-day training events that happen in August and September time, and they are scattered throughout the U.S., throughout the country. And you can pick the location that's closest to you, or maybe if you want to travel somewhere that you haven't been before, you can go ahead and make a big vacation out of it, and you want to attend these trainings. This is a great training. Again, just give you that little boost going into the second quarter or the last quarter of the year. They're going to launch the holiday line. Again, you get to meet different leaders and VPs that maybe you haven't heard from before, to get some really good nuggets, we call them, or things that you can apply to your business. Great to do this, but you never want to miss these. And again, be committed, make them non-negotiable. Before we go to the next, to part 3, with talking about plugging in and being committed, it's important to know that you don't want to make your why your excuse. So if you have a job that you are unhappy at and you don't want to be at, if you're able to make arrangements, work arrangements, to change your schedule, if you have to ask for a day off or, switch schedule to be at your trainings, be at these conferences, don't say, I can't come to these events because I have work. If you want to get out of work, then you have the ability to organize your schedule, make those arrangements ahead of time because you know they're the first Thursday of every month. You know that it's going to be in April and August time that you have your conferences. Make those arrangements. Let's say you want to be home with your children more and you don't want to have them in daycare or anything like that. Don't make your children an excuse to not attend, that you can't find a babysitter or you don't have someone to watch your children. There are a lot of great places and people that you can meet, and I would recommend using something called care.com. You can find a babysitter, work it out if you have a husband or a partner, work out those arrangements, have at least 3 to 4 people that are on your list of people to call so that you don't ever run into that situation of not having someone to watch your children. Those just are not excuses to miss these events. So plugging in, we're going to say it one more time. If you don't plug in, your business is not going to survive long term. So plug in, be there, show up big. And now you can start watching part 3, and these are going to be steps 6 and 7.
Hi, welcome back. This is part 3 of your new consultant training. This is going to cover steps 6 and 7, and then Ariana and I are going to come together and we're going to do a little bit of real talk for you at the end to wrap it up. So step number 6 is personal growth. This is my very, very favorite topic, and I want to just put a little quote in your head before I start talking to you about personal growth. And I want you to remember this: double your personal growth and triple your income. Because without doing personal growth, your business will only get so big. Because your business is as big as your leadership. So you need to continue to grow yourself alongside your business. So you want to feed your head, you want to feed your heart and your soul with positivity. And because we attract what we are being. So you really shouldn't let anything come out of your mouth that is negative or what you don't want in your life, because when you do that, and your brain is literally listening to what you're saying. So you want to talk and say the things that you really want to happen in your life, even if you are not there yet, but you're striving to get there. But in order to do your personal growth, you need to be disciplined. Okay, and being disciplined is really the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. So you want to do your personal growth 30 minutes every day. And if you don't have a 30-minute chunk in your day, you can break it up into 15-minute allotments, maybe 15 minutes in the morning before you leave, and 15 minutes at night before you go to bed. However you do it, you want to get in at least do your 30 minutes. It's critical. It is critical, just like we talked about plugging in. You need to be able to plug in into yourself. Okay, so what does personal growth look like? It comes in lots of different ways, and you can pick the ones that really kind of suit you and your lifestyle. One way is through books, and we always like to start off a new consultant, especially who's in qualification for district manager, because we know you're serious about your business. We like to start you off with a book, and the book recommendation that I always start off my consultants with is Go Pro by Eric Worre, because that book is going to basically lay out what network marketing is, what it is not, and the steps that you need to take in order to build a very successful business. Because if you don't have the belief in the business, okay, how are you going to share it with other people and have them believe in what you're doing? So you definitely want to build your belief in this business. A couple other good suggestions for learning about network marketing and how to grow a network marketing business is Flip Flop CEO by Lori Murid, and also Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. Okay, so some other things you can do is maybe if you're not a page turner like I am, maybe you like to do audiobooks. So you can take those books, you can listen to them in the car. Maybe you are currently working right now and you have a little bit of a commute. It's a great time to do your personal growth in the car. Writing down your goals, it's huge. This is such a big part of our business, because when you write down your goals, you're 70% more likely to have those come to fruition versus just keeping it in your head, because I think the rate drops down to something ridiculous like 4% if you don't write it down. So you definitely want to write down your goals. This is something that we do with you as your sponsor in your very first strategy session. Another type of personal growth is a gratitude journal. I like to keep mine by my nightstand, and excuse me, at night you could just think about your day and think about the things that you're just grateful for in your life. And I think that's so important to do, is to know, really realize how many great things that we do in our life. We have so much more good in our life than we don't, and we just want to, thank God for that. Just recognize that in our life. You can also do something like create a dream board. We do a dream board challenge every year, but these are just different ways for you to do your personal growth. Read your personal affirmations. This is a huge one that you're going to be taught, is to do your goal card, G-O-A-L, your goal card. You could also call it your gold card, because it's like gold, because when you do it, you really are basically telling the universe what you want, and you're making it happen. And people who do this goal card religiously truly have a completely different change in their business and within themselves. And I am one person who can tell you that it works. Arbonne also offers Learning Birds, which are basically just recorded calls on different topics. There's like hundreds of different topics, and you can go and find whatever one appeals to you or what you're trying to work on in your business, and you can listen to them. And they're not that long. They can range anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Put your little earbuds in, and you can be doing something as well as you're listening to that. Ariana mentioned reading the EOAs, the Eye on Arbonne. Those are great because it connects you with real people, everyday people who just tell you their story and how they were introduced to Arbonne, and what their journey was through it to get them to the point of regional vice president or national vice president. So I just wanted to stress that it's just so important to do this every single day. If you are If you are into leadership and you really want to grow that part of you, anything by John Maxwell is going to be phenomenal for you to read. Okay, because when you start to build your team, you are a leader in their eyes, and you do want to invest in yourself and learn how to become the best leader, the best consultant on your team. So this is an investment in yourself, and you are worth it. You are worth a half hour, 30 minutes a day to take for yourself to grow yourself, because not only is this personal growth aspect of your business going to help you in your business, it's going to help you in your personal life. If you have a family and children, it's going to help you even in your parenting world. It's going to help you in your friendships. It's going to help you if you are going to your job. It's going to help you in all aspects of your life. So please, I cannot stress this enough. Take the time to invest in yourself and do your personal growth. Double your personal growth, triple your income. Okay. Our last step is step 7, and this is showing up big. Okay. So this is what I would like for you to think about. Would you want to sponsor you? Okay. And if you keep that at the forefront of your mind, you are really going to do the do in your business. Okay, so what does that mean, showing up big? It means that you are attending and showing up to everything that is going on in your business. One, you're setting an example for others, okay, and you're helping your business so much by doing that, because you're going to know what's going on, and it's going to keep you fueled, like Ariana said earlier. You also want to take ownership with your business, because your success is your ultimate responsibility. Definitely your sponsor is there to lock arms with you, especially in the beginning. We always say that you are in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. But this is your own business. You are the CEO of your business. So you need to take responsibility for what you do and what you don't do, and not to blame anybody else, and just look at how could you improve and make things better. Look at things as a learning experience. If something didn't go well, that's okay. That's sometimes the best way that we learn, is when we make a mistake and then we learn and grow from that. You also want to earn every challenge and bonus that is either put out by Arbonne or it's put out by your team, your upline, because this is a great way to have a fantastic paycheck, plus you're setting that example for other people on your team. Remember, you want to be the best consultant on your team. I love this next one. I think it's so important. You want to cheer other people on. You want to be happy for their success, whether it is affecting your promotion or qualification or not. Always be happy for other people, even if they're not on our team, because I truly believe there is enough people to go around. We want to have integrity and be ethical in our business, because that really does show up even later on down the road in your business. Do not arrive. So what that means is, once you get to a point in your business where you start promoting and you are at different manager levels, please don't take it as like the final like, oh, I made it, or like, oh, I got the car, and now I don't need to work my business as as much or as hard as I did before, because that is not the case. You can take a breath, but not a break, because when you arrive, then basically what you're doing is you're getting in the way of your team and from them promoting or qualifying, because we need to get out of the way for our team, and we get out of the way by promoting to the next level and making room for more people. You also want to push yourself out of your comfort zone. This is a huge part of really being able to go to the next level. Every time that you promote to another level, I can guarantee you had to push yourself in some way out of a comfort zone area that you're in order to get there. So you need to be able to recognize the things that are maybe a little scary for you or that you're uncomfortable with, and you need to kind of just say, those are the things that I need to do, and face those, because one, you're going to feel really proud of yourself that you did, because you're going to accomplish something, and two, you're going to truly bring your business to the next level. Okay, You also want to leave no room in your business for any drama or negativity. Yes, as of right now, a lot of us on the team are made up of women, so sometimes, we can have that because we're a little emotional. However, we are growing more and more with men, which is fantastic. But there is no room for drama. There is no room for negativity. That's not what we're about. You need to kind of shut that down if you see that happening on your team. One suggestion can be if somebody comes to you with some complaint or negativity, give them 30 seconds and say, and at the end of it, I would like for you to have a suggestion on how that you're going to make it better. Okay? And if it's you that you're going through something and you really need to talk, because sometimes things are happening and you really do need to be able to talk to someone, please go to your sponsor or your upline. Always, if you're going to have a complaint or an issue, go up. Okay, never go to your team, because honestly, that does not serve them at all. You're there as a leader for them, and for you to put any kind of negativity into their mind is not going to help them, and it's not going to help your business either. Okay, you also you do not want to make your why your excuse. This is a really big one, because most of us, when we are putting together our why, and that why that makes you cry, is sometimes what can take somebody out of the game, okay, because they use it as their excuse, especially if there's children involved, because a lot of times people do this business because they want to be able to come home to their children, or they want to financially have enough money to be able to do things with their family, and that same exact reason is what have them not plug in or not continue to grow their business. So recognize that when you see it, okay, and remind yourself that it is only temporary. Okay, these are temporary sacrifices, and they don't last, but the reward is amazing, and you don't remember the little sacrifices that you had to make for a few months, for so many years of what the payoff is going to be. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed listening and learning all about our System for Success. Ariana and I are going to do a little short segment on Real Talk for you. Hi everyone, welcome back. Ariana and I are going to do a little something called Real Talk with you. So we just wanted to go over a couple things that we want you to know that are going to happen in your business, okay? And it's very important to kind of develop like a shield around you, like a little bit of a coat of armor. So one thing is, obstacles and setbacks are going to happen in your business. They happen in every business. It doesn't matter whether it's a virtual business, a brick and mortar business, but they happen. And they are normal, and I want you to expect them, because if you expect them in the beginning, then when they come, it's not going to be so much of a hit for you, and it's just pretty much part of your journey. So I want you to know that the only way to fail is to quit, okay? I'm going to explain a little something to you called go for no. I want you to go for the no's, because if you go for the no's, it's going to grow your business. And what I mean is this. Every week you should set a personal goal of how many no's that you get, whether it's for coming to an event or presentation, hosting something for you, coming to a one-on-one, handing out a kit, no for whatever it is. So let's say you set the goal for 10. Okay, so when you're going for 10 no's, let's say you ask 10 people, and 10 people actually say yes to what you're asking. Okay, most people, if they're going for yes, they would say, oh my God, that's great. I got 10 yeses and I'm done and I'm going to finish. I don't have to continue to go on. However, if you set a goal for 10 no's, you haven't met your goal yet. You need to keep calling, and you need to keep getting those no's, and your business is going to soar when you do this. So I want you to remember, go for no.
Go for no. Love it. Okay, so now you are prepared, you are aware that obstacles are going to happen. So we're going to talk about a couple of these and kind of how you can combat them. People are going to cancel on you. Just let it go.
People will not text, email, or call you back Okay, it's going to happen. You're going to hear crickets on the end of the phone.
Some people are rude.
Yes, and just move on. It's okay.
Because you're not rude, so you don't do that.
That's
but
right.
It's okay. People that you sponsor and join your team, some of them are going to quit.
Mhm.
But don't let their decision define you or let you think it's a reflection on yourself, because that's their business, like personal business and real business. So you have control. Don't let it affect yours.
That's right. People on your team are not going to work as hard as you do, and that's just a fact. Remember, your goal is to be the best consultant and leader on your team. And so just set high expectations for yourself and know that some people are going to work as hard as you and a lot of other people are not.
That's right. And some people, they're not going to do what they said that they're going to do. So just expect it.
Yep. And people won't do...
That's what I
I'm
said.
sorry. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh, you are going to miss some of the goals that you set. We had just talked about goal setting. Guess what you do? You set them again. That's it. And that's okay. Even if you don't make it, you probably were a lot closer to making that goal than if you hadn't written it down and strived for it in the first place.
All right. You might hand out a kit to someone and they might not order anything. It doesn't happen often, but it will happen eventually. I don't get it.
I know. But it
happens.
It does, not often. So also, this is a big one, and this is where you really need to be strong and have that coat of armor around you. Some of your family or closest friends are not going to maybe respond with the support that you thought that they would. And just know that that is normal. Sometimes they're looking to protect you in a sense because they don't really know enough themselves about this industry. And I just want you to know, just be prepared for that. And then sometimes it's the reverse. Sometimes the people you think are not going to support you turn around and are very supportive. But know that they're just the starting point in your business. Your business is more about the people you have not met yet. So don't let that deter you into building a rockin' business.
That's right. And one of the best things is you're going to fail your way to the top of this business. The only difference between you and the executive national vice presidents who've been in this business, for a few years is they have 6, 7, 10, 20 years of more failures and more no's than you do. So you have to get in there, expect those things to happen, and from there you're just going to fail your way to the top of this company.
That's right. And we're going to close it with a quote that we absolutely love, and it is so true. It is, entrepreneurs are willing to do what others won't do for a few years so they can live the life of their dreams that others can't. Okay? It is worth the short-term sacrifice. So you get out there, you build your business, and we are going to the top together.
Bye guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.